Hey everyone, my name's Bumble Bastion, and welcome back to the show. So today what I have for you guys is a review on the Transformers Generations Waspinator. Now this figure was released under the Thrilling 30 toy line, and man, I remember how much of a huge deal that was. Like Transformers turning 30 years old, and every single toy around a 2013 and 2014 had that exact sticker on it. But as we all know now, the franchise is 41 years old, so yikes. But exponential dread aside, here is the packaging, and one thing I will say is I absolutely loved how the comic book that is included with this figure is perfectly integrated as the character art for the box. And of course, it's the good old-fashioned blister card that every single deluxe class figure used to be packaged in. Taking a look at the back, showing some product shots of Waspinator in both his Wasp and Robot mode, his bio, and of course his stats. So without further ado, why don't we have a look at Waspinator himself. So we start off in Wasp mode, and one thing that I will like to say is he ain't entirely a organic and traditional Wasp. He is going for a slight biomechanical flair to his design. But despite that, it still looks very accurate to the Beast Wars CG model. Especially with the head sculpt with the nice big metallic blue eyes. The mandibles that are literally spot on to how I remember him in the show. And yeah, he does have quite visible arm and leg kibble, but with its sort of biomechanical stylization, it kind of works. His wings and stinger are molded in this really nice iridescent plastic that adds to the creepy bug aesthetic to him. And of course, let's not forget about
Waspinator's big, fat, stripey.
Another cool part about Waspinator's bug mode is, check this out, you won't believe this, but wow! He has a gimmick! You push up and down this lever and look, his wings flap up and down. This is how you know this figure was made in the good old days of Transformers. Alright, enough of that. And for size comparison, here we have Waspinator next to Rise of the Beasts Optimus Prime. And even though this guy is a Voyager, he does seem quite small compared to our deluxe Waspinator. And also, this may or may not be a tease for my next review. Alright everyone, it is now time for transformation. So, first thing you want to do is grab the arms, untab them like so, and then rotate them out. Next, what you want to do is come to the bottom of the Wasp mode, and you want to rotate the bug legs like so. And then you could untab what will become the legs. Then what you want to do is hinge this back like so. This was originally extremely tight on mine when I first got this guy, so transform some more and it will eventually loosen up. Then what you want to do is grab what will become the pelvis. And yeah, I know it's really messy right now, but bear with me. Rotate this 180. Then you could tab this into place like so. Bend the knees. Rotate the feet and flip out the heel spurs. Next, what you want to do is double hinge the bug head all the way down until it tabs into this little hole right there. Now you rotate the bug legs on his arms. That way you get everything all situated and less messy. Now it's time for my favorite part of the transformation, that being Waspinator's automorph gimmick. Simply push in on the arms and the wasp head will separate. And with that being said, here you have Waspinator transformed in his robot mode. Just like in Wasp mode, Waspinator is a perfect blend of slight stylization and cartoon accuracy. And here in robot mode, this is where the cartoon accuracy really shines. Even though he is kind of lacking a few paint apps, just the overall silhouette, the sculpt, the design, very reminiscent to how he appeared in the Beast Wars animated series. So for detail, yeah, as I said, he is kind of lacking a bit in paint, since this was around the era of Transformers where they started to really cheap out in that department. And for head sculpt, even though it's really, really good, this is the part where they really should add a bit more paint to some areas, such as the mandibles being painted yellow, and the eyes, they are light piped eyes made of the same plastic they use for the wings. But this is one of those instances where I wish they just painted over the eyes with the same blue paint that they already got. But what are you gonna do? Coming over to the back, and of course his wing gimmick is still fully functional in this mode. I think this is where it really shines. And of course, he does retain his you-know-what. So for articulation, this is kind of where I come to another complaint I have about Waspinator. Yeah, his hips, they're a little floppy. And I got this guy brand new, sealed in packaging. So other than that, his articulation, you got a ball joint in the neck, ball joints in the shoulders, ball joints in the elbows, swivel in the wrists, the aforementioned floppy ball joints in the hips, swivel in the thigh, bend in the knee, although it bends better the other way if you want to jack up your Waspinator. Then you got a toe down and a toe up. And his wings, they are on ball joints, but you can't really do too much with them because of the gimmick, but you could rotate them around. And yeah, that's pretty much all you got for posability. For accessories, Waspinator of course comes with his blaster that I forgot to mention in transformation. You gotta separate from his booty and then flip out, and it becomes his iconic weapon of choice. For size comparison, here we have Waspinator next to Cheetor, and this is kind of why I chose the Thrilling 30 version of Waspinator over his Kingdom counterpart, because the Kingdom figure is up to here, and yeah, that won't really scale well to my Beast Wars collection, which is primarily the OG figures, albeit the Walmart reissues. And of course, here he is next to fellow Predacon Scorponok. So some final thoughts on the Transformers Generations Waspinator. Even though I have a few little gripes here and there, such as the loose joints, which are very easy to fix, and the lack of a few paint applications, I still really enjoy his figure. It feels really good to finally have a Waspinator in my Beast Wars shelf, and he looks absolutely amazing next to my Maximals and Predacons. So if you're able to track this figure down for a good price, I highly recommend him. That being said, Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my new videos, and I'll see you guys next time.